What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin. Today's Friday, August 4th, 2023. All right, just got a little. This is kind of impromptu. Just putting this out there just because I, saw a little report. But before I get into that, first of all, there's no action today, okay? But if you do have a gambling problem, you can go check up www.gamblersanonymous.org, okay? The sports betting tutorial comes out August 16th. That's a Wednesday. The Wednesday after that, our college football preview comes out. Okay. Then the Wednesday after that, the NFL preview comes out. All right. So we're about to be cooking here in August. All right. And then you can catch videos definitely every Saturday and Sunday, usually throughout every, Friday through Monday. But we'll probably do it we'll probably do it every day, but at least Saturdays and Sundays. All right. For the foreseeable future. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Okay, listen, I've been doing this. I'm going into 6 years now, right, of doing sports betting videos and helping people make a little money off the bag, right around 60% in those 6 years for you folks. But most importantly, for you people who've already been liking, subscribing, and everything. Hey, if you haven't been a subscriber by now, you're probably a hater. Stop all that hating bullshit and rock with your boy, all right? Because we talk a little shit like we're going to do today, and we do sports betting. So we talk a little shit and get you a bag. There's no other podcast, or very few, I don't know of any other, that do both for you. Some people talk shit. Some people, try to help you get to a bag. We do both here on this show. Fame Rothstein Sports and Betting Show. Sports investing show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, about 10 different podcast platforms you can find it on. But here on the Betting Public Sports Show, we do both as well, all right? So, without further ado, what y'all think of Lizzo? This situation with Lizzo. She was been sued by some backup, performers in her entourage, or, from her stage show, basically saying Lizzo being really mean to him. She treats the black people like they shit and treat the white people like they're gold. Mind you, Lizzo is a black female, and these are black people making these accusations against her Lizzo's other black staffers or whatever, I guess the higher ups in her performance group or whatever, we're treating the underling blacks like shit, I'm told, and not only that, like they're out there, making fun of their weight jokes and things like that, some sexual harassment shit going on, like all types of, just like, damn, Lizzo, all this for real? What y'all think of that? Because I gotta be honest with you, I believe this happened. I believe this is occurring. I really do. But there's a flip to that as well, and I'll get to that at the end. The reason I believe it's happening, because people who say they are oppressed usually are the biggest oppressors. Let's just keep it a buck. Women say they're oppressed. Nobody's harder on women than other women. Well, if you just right by God and do the right things, women, and you were here to have children and blah blah blah, and obey your husband. You're out here with a hyphenated name, and then the women with the hyphenated name are like, you stupid bitches, you can still be yourself. They call each other, the B word, all that stuff. Nobody's harder on women than women. Nobody's harder on black people than black people. You know, Chris Rock used to make the joke, black people are way more racist than white people. Why? Because we hate other black people too. Just today, I saw a coach of a high school football team tell a player on his team that the player was soft. What he did was he said he didn't tackle a guy today during a scrimmage. Hope all y'all high school football seasons are coming off to a good start. Obviously, we don't handicap high school sports on our betting, but anyway, hope everybody, your kids, your nephews, your sons, or whoever. Hope the cheerleaders too. I hope everybody's having a good start to the football season. Scrimmage time around here. Regular season will be around in about 2 weeks, but yeah, he told the kid, he goes, yeah, you did some old light skin shit. That's that old soft ass light skin shit. Meaning, because he's light skinned, a lighter black, he's not as hard and tough, shit like that. I mean, black people will ride the fuck out of some black people over some dumb shit. And then, who else is there? You got women, fat people. I've got a friend, I've known him since seventh grade. He fat as fuck. And he does not like being told that he fat as fuck. He does not like that. He will tell you, he's told me, on the low, that it hurt his feelings and whatnot and shit. And I'm just like, what? You've been fat all your life. People always call you fat. You still talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Got another partner, another cat I know, went to high school with, played ball with him. He fat as hell too. His nickname was Benson. Not Benson, that wasn't his nickname, that was another kid. His nickname was Bookman. His nickname was Bookman, like Bookman, Buffalo Butt from Good Times. The fat building superintendent, custodian. He didn't like us calling him Bookman. He thought that was too insulting. Because he was fat. Fat. I see just people fat people just tear each other up. Nobody calls you fat quicker than somebody else is fat. It's kind of like the N-word with black people, It's like, hey, those most skinny people, unless they're really mad, they're not going to call you fat because that's just too easy of a target. But, black people, or other fat people, they're going to call you fat because they know, it's going to hurt you. You don't like it, But I digress. Yeah, so Lizzo, she's telling people, or her and her people, or telling some of the underlings of the performance ensemble that they fat, and I mean, from what I understand, one of them, I don't know if it was Lizzo or one of the higher ups, said to one of the people that's suing, like, hey, in other shows, you get fired for the gaining weight, but we keeping you around or something to that effect. It was like, damn. One of the women that's suing Lizzo, one of the people that's suing her said that she was made to go touch a male dancer's butt. I don't know if the woman is gay or not, but yeah, she was told to go touch a male dancer's butt and things like that. It was just like, damn, what y'all doing over there? That sounds like some hazing shit. That sounds like some hazing shit, like making somebody go touch somebody's butt and shit like that, So I believe that happens. And here's why I believe it. Because Lizzo knows, being a big girl, she's been oppressed, and she knows how oppressed these people are. Because these performers, they're built just like Lizzo. They maybe not, some of them not as big, but they're plus size women, about Lizzo's age, mid to early 20s, mid to late 20s, early 30s. Probably some of them in their early 20s as well. Because Lizzo even said that, when she wanted to do a show, she wanted to make sure that the performers looked like her. They be getting busy with it. Lizzo's a big girl. She's tall. She's girthy, but she be twerking. Playing the flute and shit. Like, damn, that takes talent. We ain't gonna front. She is talented. But yeah, so she's doing that, and so she knows these girls are kind of, so she can probably torment them a little bit in her eyes. Not saying that's right or anything, but she probably feels like, how to torment him and shit like that. And like I said, um, I believe it because also, um, but on the flip, let's keep it a buck. These women are probably doing this because they want Lizzo's spot. There's only one spot in Hollywood entertainment. There's only one spot for a heavy set performer. One black heavyweight performer, one white heavyweight performer. You know, and Lizzo. I mean, let's be honest. She wasn't necessarily a darling of the black community. Boyce Watkins went at her. When she was twerking. Things like that. Sitting her bare ass damn near on Lakers seats and things like that. Um, so Lizzo's kind of a polarizing figure to some in the black community as it is. That's not even her core fan group. It's just general big girls in general. And so, Lizzo, I can see where she's tormenting these girls, but I can also see where these girls kind of want Lizzo's spot. Because they eating in the big house, eating good. Because if they're not working for Lizzo, let's keep it a buck, they not working. Only time before Lizzo, you seen big girls like that in a video was Redman. The rapper Redman, I think it was what, I'll Be That? One of his videos. It might have been I'll Be That. Be That. We had those big girl models dancing with him and shit, and it was clearly a joke. Lizzo's not joking. She's getting these people paid and eating. Pardon the pun, but yeah. So if these girls ain't working for Lizzo, who they working for? Let's keep it. Let's just be honest about it. Nobody has big women stage show performers like that. So Lizzo probably be talking shit to him, talking real slick and greasy to him. Like, bitch, if you ain't working for me, who the fuck you working for? Just like this, like she said, if you gain weight on other shows, you'll get fired. You remember that scene in Zoolander? When he was testing all the girls, how big they were, their measurements. Oh my God, was that your ass that got in the way? Go lose 2 pounds right now, or you're out of here, or whatever. You remember the line from Zoolander? Will Ferrell, that line when he was playing with Mugatu, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ben Stiller with that. That was a dope ass movie. That was a dope movie, Zoolander. You got to peep that if you never saw it as a youngin. If you're too young, never saw it, or you're older and just always missed it. Because there's some movies I missed, but you want to check out Zoolander. But yeah, so this Lizzo shit, like I said, I that's horrible that she's treating people like that, and I believe it. I really do. Not because she's not a fan of the black community, nothing like that. Just because nobody torments you more than somebody else in that tormenting group. There's a precedent in what I can't say it was a precedent. I know it was in the New York Federal District Court um, that black people can be racist to each other. I don't know if it made it to the appeal or not. And became a precedent. But yeah, that a New York District Court said that black people can be racist to each other. That means that they couldn't be saying the N word. Just gratuitously at work and shit like that in public places. Things like that. And to which I was okay with that because I hate people that just gratuitously use the N word. Every now and then, you'll hear me here slip and whatnot, but I don't usually say it in, company that I'm not comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? If I say it, we're talking about a company that I'm 40 years in with. You know what I'm saying? Never in a professional setting. You know. So yeah, you got that. They'll do that to you. Black people will treat you like that, and heavy people. This is what, like, I mean, just my me and my friends, we're heavy like that, and some people don't like it as much as others. Some of them was Buff. You ever seen the Fat Boys in Crush Groove? They didn't want to. Buff was okay with it. Prince Marky D was okay with calling themselves the Fat Boys. Kool Rock Ski was like, man, I ain't calling myself fat. You know what I'm saying? So, Lizzo knowing that these girls have a problem and probably was just fucking with them too much. You know, now granted, like I said, these could be these girls just, know that there's only one spot for a talented big girl in Hollywood entertainment, and Lizzo gonna be eating there for a while. Like again, pardon the pun. So therefore, get theirs while they, or knock her off, which could be possible what they're doing, but that doesn't mean that the lawsuit has any less merit. Maybe they just, Lizzo opened the door for them to do that. You never know. All right. But that's all I got for the day. Like I said, I didn't really even want to go this long. I just wanted to talk some quick shit about Lizzo. But don't forget, like I said, like and subscribe to this video. Sports betting tutorial, August 16th. Okay. 23rd, college football preview. 30th, NFL preview. All right. And until then, don't forget, like and subscribe to this video. Like and subscribe to the famed Rothstein Sports Investing Show, the audio podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, video or audio. Probably at the end of this month, when the football season starts, Thursday through Monday, daily, Thursday through Monday, sports betting, sports investing, handicapping. All right? But I'm going to hop off here. Until then, everybody be well. Peace out.